Finally, it's time. Originally, when I ordered the wheel, it said it would take 2 weeks to even ship, and I ordered it like 4 days ago, and now it's gonna be here today. So this speeds things up a little bit. The biggest internal debate I had with this channel was part of me didn't want to start a car channel as a complete idiot knowing nothing, and then the other part of me wanted to start a car channel as a complete idiot knowing nothing, so that when I do know something I can look back on these videos in a year or 2 years, whatever, and be like, wow, I was an idiot that knows nothing. I think you can see where I'm going with this. I've never done anything to a car. Under the engine, I've never unscrewed anything when it comes to a car. I know nothing, and mainly that includes the steering wheel. The previous owner of the car, when I bought it, included the quick release hub and the other part, I don't know what it's called. You know, a lot of these car YouTubers are doing some crazy turbo builds or installing a supercharger or whatever. My first video is gonna be installing a quick release steering wheel. So, thanks to the help of YouTube, I figured out 2 things. 1, disconnect the battery. 2, I'm gonna need a 10mm socket to get the nuts on the back of the steering wheel off to get the airbag out. And 3, I said 2, didn't I? And then 3, I think, I'm literally watching a Donut Media video on how to do a quick release steering wheel. I need a 21mm socket to get the steering shaft nut thing. This is gonna get easier over the next couple months as I learn what I'm doing. So supposedly, I still don't want to stand in front of it. This should just, oh. Okay, perfect. So today I learned that I already didn't have an airbag. I'm assuming that cable or cord or wire, whatever you call it, is for the horn. Now we take the girthy boy off. Oh, yes. The previous owner did install another wheel. It's not a quick release wheel, but it's still super jammed in there. So we are gonna lightly put that back on. And now we're gonna perform the professional way of loosening a steering wheel. Perfect. There we go. We now have a hole. To be honest, I still have to figure out the horn and how to make that work with the new wheel. We have that, which I heard is actually a pretty sick, rare, relatively rare wheel that I'm probably gonna sell. On today's episode of Guessing with Garrett, I'm gonna guess how this goes on, because I can't find a video on it. So there's those 2 white plastic spike things. There's those 2 holes. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and assume it goes like that. I don't know, that seems on there. I'm probably gonna get some comments telling me to get a torque wrench because I'm supposed to crank it down to 35 foot-pounds, but I don't have a torque wrench and those things are like 200 bucks. Did I wing it? Yes. It's like relatively as tight as it can get with one hand before I like heavily strain myself. I'm just procrastinating. I'm gonna get a torque wrench at some point. It's probably important that my steering wheel is on correctly. Alright, so now I connect this to that, and I connect this to that. We bolt that thing on. I think we should be good. And now for the moment of truth. I don't have the wheel yet, but I think in theory this should work. Yeah! It made the ding. It feels like it's on there. Oh! I know what we can do. Alright, just hear me out. Just for testing purposes. When I bought my Logitech racing setup, the previous owner had a really sketchily made wheel from a real car. It's like some non-name brand wheel, obviously. The bolt pattern wouldn't fit the Logitech wheel, so he like drilled out some of the holes, and it's completely unsafe for actual driving, but just for the purpose of this video, before my wheel gets here, I wanted to put it on and see if it works, see if the alignment's there, just see, I don't know, just see if what I did worked. All right, the battery's back in. Real moment of truth. We got a wheel, and it should, wow. Damn, all right, well, now I just gotta wait for the actual wheel to get here, but we accomplished something. It's here, it's arrived, it's time.
Look at that car though.
Chill, get rid of your car. No one needs to see your car, Gabe. This isn't about you right now. Thank you, I need this. You can just put that in front of the gate. Thank you so much. It's here.
Doesn't give a fuck about food.
Been waiting. I see, it's cool because I was expecting this a month from now. It said it would take 2 weeks before it even shipped. And then I got an email today that was like, it's here, it's coming. And I was like, ooh. Oh, yes. It's funny because it's not even like a nice wheel. Everyone was like, oh, you got an NRG, get something nicer. I can't afford anything nicer yet. Thumbs up the video so the car channel can grow so I get things for free. Woo! All right, cue the cinematic B-roll montage. Moment of truth, the actual moment of truth. I want to hear the ding, okay? If it doesn't ding, I want a refund from my free quick release that the previous owner had to sneeze. The only downside though, and I'm gonna look through the comments for this because I'm sure someone out there can help me. The horn doesn't work. I don't know why the horn doesn't work because I connected all the things inside the hub and the wheel and everything, but maybe one of you guys can help me out, okay? Next project is taking out whatever the fuck makes that noise, because that is so annoying. The old wheel had this. It had this little connector that connected I fixed it. I feel super smart right now, even though this is probably very obvious, but I fixed it. I took everything off again and started from scratch, which is here. Remember that little paper clip I was talking about? I guess because the kid that had this before me had an aftermarket steering wheel. That's what this does. It was just bent too far in, so I bent it out a little bit, and you'll notice when it touches the back here, I fixed it. I'm so proud of myself. All right, we're gonna put everything back and then test it out, and I think it should work. All right, and just like that, we're good to go. Oh, we got it working, baby.